Hello everyone. So I did a poll on the community page on the channel, and I asked you what reading, non-royal reading, you wanted next, and you wanted a general election reading. So if you don't know, if you've been under a rock, general election has just been announced in the UK. I am going to be looking at three bigger parties now. I'm going to be looking at Rishi Sunak. I'm going to be looking at Keir Starmer, and I'm going to be looking at the Reform Party. And the reason I'm looking at the Reform Party is, well, they've got Nigel Farage as their honorary president, but Richard Tice is the leader. Now, I predicted that the next prime minister after Rishi Sunak is a Virgo. I'm just going to be honest. This is Virgo. That's what the card said, and that was ages ago. So that it's either going to be Keir Starmer, Richard Tice is a Virgo too, and out of the Tories, if the Tories manage to slink on in, you've got Sunak to be replaced by either Gove, Grant Shapps, I know, or Cleverly. So there we go. Now, I don't have a horse in this race. People always accuse me of favouring one, favouring the other. I really don't. I really don't. I've got, like, I always think of Billy Connolly's quotes: politicians should be banned. If you want to be a politician and you apply to be one, then you should be a politician. It's really, I don't trust any of them, to be honest with you. At this point, I think they're all a bunch of numpties. But there we go. That's just what I think. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to look and see what challenges is going to face each man in the election campaign. A lot can happen. A lot can happen in the next 4 weeks. Now, like I say, when I do royal readings, the royals live very full lives, and they're overseas people as well. The royals live very full lives, so they meet people, so things happen a lot quicker. It's the same with politicians. It's very much the same. So my question for the cards for each of these men is, what challenges will they face on the campaign trail in the next week or so? And then we'll come back and do some more readings on these doofuses. Okay. So we're going to start off with the current Prime Minister, Mr. Sunak. I have a theory about why he's called the general election when he is, and I've said it on a live stream the other night as well. This dude had an American green card to go across there and live whatever prior to becoming leader of the Conservatives and Prime Minister. I think it's a little bit of his subconscious knowing or thinking, because he's 20 points behind in the polls from Keir Starmer at the minute. He is thinking, oh, well, 4th of July, it's kind of him sticking, and I know this sounds really cray-cray, but is it him sticking his fingers up at the country? I've kind of like, I don't know, man. I just was like, do these things happen by chance? Funny time to call an election. He knows he's on his way out, because he will have to resign. If he loses the election, he will have to resign as Tory leader. And then we might have a load of Virgos in charge of their own parties. So what's the current plan? Oh, he's on the back foot. He's got a weakness. He knows there is a weakness here. He knows that there is an issue here. He's trying to say that he's very strong and that he's got all of this stuff, but he hasn't. Strength card in reverse. The Strength card can also be indicative that a Leo is going to cause him a lot of problems. Now, Rishi is a Taurian, so he would come out as either the Hierophant or the King of Pentacles. That Strength card in reverse, though, that could well be indicative of a Leo. Now, there is some Leos in politics, and one of them might be causing him a bit of a headache. I predicted that a fire sign man would cause some unrest in UK politics this year. And then we got George Galloway, and that man is, I think he's a Leo with Leo ascendant. He's like fully like Leo. So he's all about himself. Don't get me wrong. That man is all about himself. The Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, crossing over him. It's interesting because the public perception of him they would see him as kind of like somebody who's kind of crept on in there. That Knight of Pentacles seems to suggest that he is not happy with the way the public see him anyway. I'm also suggesting that there might be he has a weakness here, and there could well be an issue with somebody who is supporting the party, somebody who is potentially funding the party. And it doesn't look good with this exchange of money, and that could well be his weakness. That's interesting. See what happens there. The Hermit in reverse. The Hermit is the Virgo in the tarot. Is Starmer going to come out and say something? Because Starmer's a Virgo. Is Gove going to knife him? Because Gove's a Virgo. Is Grant Shapps going to do something stupid? Is Richard Tice going to say something against him? There is so many Virgos that this could be, but there's somebody, one of those men, or a female Virgo that I don't know, but there is going to be some Virgo that is going to cause him a headache, and that's going to be known about the situation. Let's see what's underneath to see what's coming next. He's expecting to lose, guys. This dude thinks he's going to lose anyway. He wants to go to America. He knows he's done. He knows he's toast. This is him. This is resigning, but the High Priestess in reverse. What secrets do you have that you don't want getting out? The Page of Pentacles, fire. Nine of Cauldrons, Nine of Cups is in reverse, and the Seven of Wands. I wonder if something about parties, big events, something about Partygate's going to come out. There's something about Partygate. It's already on the back foot. He's already wobbly. So he's potentially going to try and go on the defensive. The Page of Pentacles is there. So there is something prosperous, and there's something of money and prosperous and new opportunity there. The Emperor in reverse. That's in his what he's hoping for section. The Emperor is this guy. And the Nine of Wands, boundaries. Somebody's going to go for his boundaries. Is he going to get egged? Somebody's going to apparently be throwing things at politicians here in the UK. It's kind of becoming a pastime. I don't condone it. You shouldn't attack anyone. But I think this dude, during this campaign, he's going to get egged somehow. Like somebody's going to go over his boundaries. Somebody's going to go too far. The Emperor in reverse, this dude, he wants to watch the world burn. He's like, it's almost like being Prime Minister was on a tick list, you know? He just wanted it to say he's got it and had it, and then saunter on off. He's going. He knows he's done. He knows he's toast. And somebody has got an issue with him. It's going to cause him an issue, the Virgo. And it's going to make him look small and weak for something. I'm sorry if you're a Tory. This is just the way the cards have come out. But I'm not talking about the Tories. I'm talking about Rishi. The High Priestess in reverse. There's some secrets there that he's battling not to come out. Okay. Let's have a look at Starmer. He is a Virgo. Okay. King of Swords. So straight away, you've got somebody who thinks, well, to be fair, Keir Starmer, he is legally a lawyer, a barrister. I think he was like the most important one. He's like head of the Crown Prosecution Service. So like, you know, he was a pretty important person. I think we're going to hear a lot about his career before becoming a politician. We're going to hear a lot about the Crown Prosecution Service and the cases he's worked and all of those kind of things. There's also some backing here, potentially some backing from big business. I think he already thinks he's got this in the bag. Yeah, he does. Can you remember years ago we used to have a politician called Neil Kinnock? Was it Neil Kinnock who did this? And they had their it almost had a victory party the night before the election, and they lost. So I'm just saying, they're celebrating something. So they know they don't want to look too smug, I guess. But he kind of feels like it's already in the bag, which is interesting. The Three of Pentacles. Okay. He's working with some people, and the Empress underneath. You're going to hear a lot about I love my mother country. I love all of this. I am. He really wants to, like, kind of like a nationalist, but kind of soft. So he really wants that. He really wants that creative energy as well. Right at the minute, the Three of Pentacles, he's working with other people, working with other agencies, but these cards are like, I can't. Queen of Wands leaving the situation. Oh, so Rishi is going to have a little bit of a boon, and this is why the Page of Pentacles is there, because we've got the Eight of Swords coming here for Keir. So in the short term, Keir is completely like celebrating, everything is wonderful, and that Queen of Wands energy, that creative energy, there seems to be quite some, like, he's going to be sending out a lot of female, he's going to release like the female MPs, if you will, to do a lot of the work. Interestingly enough, Queen of Wands, I wonder what star sign Angela Rayner is. If she's an air sign, girl, if he gets into power, Rayner, you are not going to be around long. Just saying, he won't keep you around. You're already in the past. The Eight of Swords there, coming undone, feeling like a little bit stuck and having to guide yourself through. So he's going to have come across a little bit of a minefield. The 9 of, okay, there is a betrayal there. There is going to be somebody who embarrasses him on this campaign trail. There is going to be somebody who comes in sideways and embarrasses him somehow. The 3 of Swords shows potential irritation, frustration, anger. There's a betrayal there. So somebody is going to betray him during this, and I would suggest it was happening sooner rather than later. The 6 of Wands is in reverse, and the 6 of Wands show that it's going to be pretty embarrassing for him. What he wants to do is confuse people. What? And then the King of Cups is in reverse. Why does he want to confuse people? Muddy the waters. He actually wants to confuse some people. The King of Cups, water sign man within the Labour Party, potentially within the Labour Party, politician, is going to cause him some jip on the campaign trail. I don't know any water sign men in. I don't know. Something's going to be awkward with a water sign man. The only like prominent water sign men I can think off the top of, not unless it's no, I mean this is a, not unless Biden says something dumb about Starmer, like gets his name wrong or something. I can't think of a water. There must be more than. There must be a water sign man. I'd be interested if you guys can figure out who that water sign man is. Let us have a look at Reform. Now, Reform is the Brexit party, which is the party that Nigel Farage started in, I think it was 2019, when there was a lot of stuff. We had a general election and stuff. I think it might be in 2018. I can't remember now. Everything's a bit of a blur. But he really... So Richard Tice is in charge of it, and Richard Tice is a Virgo. So let's have a look what the cards say for Tice. Okay, big risk. He knows he's going to take it on the man. So you got the Fool at the starting point, and the Fool is in the upright. So this is a new start for him. This is a kind of like, right, we're doing it. We're going in and off the deep end. Let's do it. And the Tower is in reverse. Has something happened? Like, the Tower is your own making, something that's happened that isn't like an act of God. A bit of a disaster, a bit of a mess. Something must have happened because there's a pressure pushing down on Tice there. Something somebody else has done. The 7 of Cups, confusion. Have they been confusing in their message? Have they been confusing with any of the details? There's something here with the 7 of Cups. It's confusion. 7 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups crossing over from Keir Starmer, known about the situation. I think here, and the 3 of Swords is in reverse. Baby being able to bring it all together. He thought he was going to be able to bring it all together. He thought he was going to bring everything in. But things are a little bit, there's irritation here with the Three of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse. I wonder if there's a disruptor within Reform who is there to try and derail things a bit. And he's brought this in himself and not done the checks on these people. Five of Swords, you're overlooking some details. What details are they overlooking? Is he overlooking? Six of Pentacles, there's give and take. And there's the King of Swords surrounding them. There might be an issue when it comes to big business with Reform, like big business not necessarily backing them straight away. The Six of Pentacles is like they're not getting what they necessarily need right now because it's in reverse. Like there is some, the way the two major parties, which is Labour and the Tories, are bankrolled. The Labour has a lot to do with the unions and business, and the Tories have a lot to do with business. But I think they might have some trouble getting a lot of funding in, and they're, with regards to a businessman, that might be causing him some issues. The Seven of Swords in reverse. And the Four of Cups is not receptive to something. He's going to look a little bit unreceptive. So the Five of Swords, there's some details that he's overlooking. The Seven of Swords is in reverse. There is someone, there is a little spy in the camp, I feel, in the Reform Party. There's somebody who's infiltrated it. Now, whether it's somebody from a different party, a disruptor, whether it's somebody from, I know this sounds conspiratorial, the three-letter agencies, or whether it's somebody who's like a reporter or something. We've got that King of Swords energy as well. And there's an issue with businesses, and the Seven of Swords is in reverse. So he kind of knows about it. And I kind of overlook the details, and he's not receptive to hearing something change. There's going to be drama for the next few weeks. You know that. We're going to watch and see what happens. I think there is going to be some, I feel like nothing is going to be left to chance with this, like from Labour's point of view. And Angela Rayner shouldn't necessarily trust Mr. Starmer either, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, of course. Let me know what you guys think of these cards. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the next few weeks. I think it's going to get messy. This looks really messy. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me and chilling out with me while I do this reading. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you really soon for some more readings. Bye, everyone.